Hello guys, this is Pounds from Headball 2. Tonight I'm making Headball 2 video number 118, which will answer the question of a YouTube subscriber of mine, who goes by the name of Pacey Star, who writes, "Hi again Pounds, I was just wondering if you know how and when is the best time to use superpowers, to know when to activate them and if I should activate them, as sometimes I play my powers at unnecessary times and end up losing the game." So, it's not that easy, actually. You must understand that there are two kinds of games. The games versus bots and the games versus real players. Now, obviously, when you play against real players, which I have practically never done in 2.5 years because I only play bots, that's just how it is. So I know the game playing bots. And like I said, if I was playing real players, I wouldn't be at almost 90% win rate. I'll be at 40, 50, or 60. I'm not going to be dishonest about it. So I am speaking from a bot's perspective. It depends on your level. Obviously, when you are at level 50, you've unlocked many superpowers. Your characters are stronger. You've got the accessory cards. But I can tell you that when I was in the mid-level, 20s, 30s, 40s XP, I was using a lot of superpowers because that's what you got to do. So whether you are on the low end, mid-end, or upper end, the answer is never. You should never use your superpowers, and you should only use them when required. Only when required. And it's very important that you figure out which superpowers work best for you. Now, I always advocate to have the clone goalie, because the clone goalie, if you're up by a goal and with 6 seconds left, I'm practically guaranteed a win if I'm up by a goal. And then you've got to use the superpowers that you are the most comfortable with. Again, there's a playlist of mine where I talk about my superpowers, and eventually I'll show you how I would use all of them. But you have to figure out which ones work best for you, and you have to master them, knowing exactly when to play them. And this obviously takes time. So again, you must select the most efficient superpowers. And one rule of thumb is you absolutely let the bot use all of its superpowers. You don't use yours as well. Usually the bot will activate, there are 6 superpowers that they use. They'll activate at least 4 within 30 seconds of the game, maybe 5, sometimes 6. So I let them use all of it. And by the time they've used all of their superpowers, if I have only conceded 3 goals, I'm happy. I start sweating a bit when I'm down 4-5-0 in the beginning. But even that, I know I'm going to win most games. And in my case, I would use my superpowers only with 15 or 20 seconds left. So it takes practice, but you need to have the mindset regarding that question to, okay, I'm going to play a game and I'm not going to use a superpower, regardless of what happens. And obviously you want to win, and you start using them when it's absolutely needed. So I'm just going to show you an example here of my philosophy. So it's just one example. I mean, in a match, usually I would use 0, but I think if I had to average, it would probably be less than 1. And again, it depends on the bot. So I'll show you here. He's probably going to use bomb first or freeze. Yep. So you need to understand the pattern of the superpowers used by the bot. It's going to be a freeze here probably. No, or giant player. Freeze or giant player. After that's going to be a freeze, I think. I score here. Freeze. Yep. See, I know the timing. I know which ones they're going to use, or ballpark. And he's already used 3 and I'm up by 3. So now it's going to be disorient, and then after that probably fireball or something. I think. Depends, but fireball, I reckon. No. It's probably going to use 2 defensive ones. That's all right. Yeah, big ball. It's very unusual, the big ball. And the last one, I think, is going to be either extra time. I conceded. It's going to be extra time, fireball or something. Or maybe small goal. But it doesn't matter. I've already won this game because I've got all my superpowers. And the bot just has 1 left. Now it's all about drawing the opponent in, pulling the ball up, using the skill cards. I have videos on that. It's in my playlist under gameplay, I think. Playing tip. Yeah, fireball came. So now the bot is screwed. I really don't need to use superpowers. Now, if I'm up by a goal with a few seconds left, I will use my clone goalie. But I don't think that's going to be necessary. It might. Actually, it's getting tight here. There you go. I don't think I will need to use a superpower. Just waste time. And I won. That's pretty much how I do it. So this was an easy bot. I won't lie. This was a pretty easy bot. We try to see if I can find another one. That's maybe Omen would be good. No. Galaxar. I mean, when I face Omen, I pretty much have to use superpowers because it's the strongest character. Here again, it's probably going to be a bomb. And I did well. Here's probably going to be a freeze or giant player. Yep. Then next is going to be a fireball, I think, or a giant player. Let's see. Freeze goal, unusual. Pull the ball up, go forward, draw him in, skill card, jump, and size. There you go. Probably fireball here, big giant, yep. Fireball. And now we're looking at extra time or small goal or big ball or something, but the game's already over. And again, this is concerning bots, not real players. I cannot advise you on real players because I don't even play friendly matches because there is such a connection lag that it's really not enjoyable, so I don't bother. I just play 1 or 2 whenever the daily missions require to do so. But yeah, long story, pretty much don't use superpowers because you think it actually costs you nothing, but I play 300 to 400 matches a season. So let's say I use 4 superpowers every match. You know, 4 times 400. That's 1600 superpowers. That's a lot. And, you know, a superpower usually costs about 1 diamond a piece. So, I don't know. I'm not too keen on using 1,000 to 2,000 diamonds on superpowers. So, you know, sometimes it is fun to use it. But philosophy is don't use them unless you really have to. That's actually where you lose a lot of money. Don't forget that every match that you play costs you 2 diamonds because a ticket is 2 diamonds. So now, if you're going to use, you know, 3 to 5 superpowers, you're looking at 3 to 5 diamonds. So 5 to 8 diamonds per match. I mean, it's a lot. So that's where the savings come in. And there you go. So, you know, that's pretty much how I do it. To answer the question in a nutshell, it's never, or only use it unless you have to. So there you go, Pacey. I hope I answered your question, and I wish you the best of luck going forward. So, as always, I'd like to thank you for having watched this video of mine. If you did enjoy it, I'd be grateful if you can click a like on the video. Keeps me driven and motivated to keep going on this YouTube quest of mine. I do post videos on an almost daily basis, which are arranged in different playlists within my channel. So please do subscribe for regular, objective, meaningful, and live Headball 2 updates. This was Pounce. Goodbye.